Hello, amazing, wonderful youth out there from, where are we?
Vienna.
We are in Vienna today. We just had a really cool business class here in the Pragmatic Psychology Center, which is a really cool place, which you also can rent if you ever come to Vienna and you want to do a class. You can rent the Pragmatic Psychology Center, and we just had the class there. It was so cool to see how in times where people just wanna. I learned this phrase today in English. What was it? I just know it in German. Throwing the towel. I think that's how you say it in English. Throwing the towel into the ring. Yeah, anyways, in times where people just want to throw the towel and go, never mind, there's not going to be a future, so why even bother creating? And we had these really cool conversations and places we went where, you acknowledge what's going on, with any insanity, any insanity that's going on, whether it's worldwide or it's your family or it's you or your body, or it's seldom you, by the way. Or anything that's going on where you just think, oh my God, I'm going crazy, or I don't think I have any options or choices. That's where you want to look a little bit closer, and rather than trying to solve what you think is insane and trying to make anything, try not getting it right, you just see it for what it is. You just acknowledge the insanity without any need to fix it or save it or handle it. And that's just where it can give you so much more freedom to realize, okay, insanity is not there to be handled or solved. Insanity is there to just be acknowledged. And then you can ask, okay, how can I profit from this? How can I even, how can I use this to my advantage? And this is where you just realize whatever's going on around you. That's why I picked this, doing this live in the middle of the city. So it's whatever's going on for you, just knowing you don't have to do anything with it. You don't have to react as your only option. You can be this rock in the stream, and whatever insanity is going on, you have you. You always have you. And one of the things we got to practice right now is acknowledging what's true for us. Because there's so much going on where people, and this whole world tries to tell you lies of what's not possible, and never mind creating your future, where even considering, creating a future is something that seems so wrong, but what if it's not? And realize again, hey, what is true for you? And one of the things of being pragmatic is truly acknowledging what is true for you and asking to actualize what is true for you. I mean, if you did this in every area of your life, if you right now ask, hey, what could I actualize that is true for me with, and then you fill in money or business or your body or relationship. It's whatever and again, remind yourself, what's true for you will always have a lightness to it. It will have a space to it. So what if you could start to ask to actualize what is actually true for you in those different areas that you're creating? Because that's where rather than being dramatic, what is normal right now, you're pragmatic and you choose whatever is true for you and whatever creates more for you. So that's one of the things that is so helpful right now, the choice to be different. So the choice to keep on creating when other people are stagnating. The choice to keep on going when other people are just laying down and doing nothing and going, okay, there's no future. Because there's been many weird times in history, and those weird times always bear the most wonderful possibilities if you're willing to ask for them, and if you're willing to be different enough to choose whatever brings you forward. So how about being pragmatic in times like these? And one of the things that I create with pragmatic psychology is called Pragmatic Practitioner, and it's a life form. It's classes where people learn the art of facilitation, using these wonderful tools and going, how can I really hands-on use them for me in my life and in my work with clients and students and whoever you're working with, and realizing that you can have a different perspective for you and your life, and also when you work with other people. And one of the things that came up in the class today here in Vienna, we had a one-day class now, was it's so easy to be drawn to be distracted by things you think you need to handle. like anything from a bill, you know, like if you have a bill that came in and you're like, oh my God, this is higher than I thought, you know, how much energy are you using to trying to handle that? How much do you have to contract your life and your body and your perspective to handle that? Well, that's dramatic, not pragmatic, right? The same with anything. Like when someone judges you, you go, oh my God, this person judges me. This is like the world is going, what do you say? The world is ending for me. You know, it's like, again, this is where you're drawn to a very small thing and trying to handle this. So rather than like, what we talked about in the class today was realizing where you do that, realizing where you're contracting down and being distracted by something you think you need to handle that just totally kills your creativity. And instead, rather than going to like this black hole that sucks you in, trying to tell you what you need to handle, you just expandle, not handle, but expandle. You expand out and you look from a bigger perspective on not what do I need to solve, but what can I create? And that's something we practice a lot with pragmatic practitioners. When you facilitate yourself and when you facilitate other people, like notice when you're contracting with your own stuff that's going on, but also when you facilitate people with their problems. Are you actually contracting, or are you being a space that invites them to know, hey, I can handle anything, like whatever's showing up in my life, it wouldn't show up if I wouldn't be able to handle it. Because, you know, the universe never gives you things you cannot handle. What if you trust that and acknowledge that? And so I am so excited about this pragmatic practitioner program. I don't know if you know, but these are right now people worldwide. It's like a group of people worldwide who are called pragmatic practitioners, and we have a webpage where they're listed and people can find them for sessions if they look for pragmatic psychology practitioners. And they create with schools, they create with businesses, they create, you know, with sessions. And it's a really cool group of people who also contribute to each other with their creation. So I am so excited for this life form. It's like, it's what I was looking for when I became a psychologist. I'm like, I was looking for, you know, facilitating change in a very pragmatic, wonderful, easygoing, glorious way. And here it is. So welcome to join the pragmatic practitioner movement. It's happening. It's out there. People are asking for it. Schools, companies are asking for it. And we're going to have the next class next week in Germany, in a mountain area. You can also join us online. And there's more of these classes coming. So I'm really, really looking forward and adding this to my life. What would that create? Yeah, imagine facilitating yourself and others from a totally different space where you invite people to possibilities rather than problems. And the future we create with that, oh my God, guys, this is so exciting. So I'm looking forward. I'd love to have you, and sending you big hugs from Vienna. Mwah.